Hey everyone, I hope you're having an amazing day. What if one ordinary morning, while building a simple chicken coop under the scorching sun, your life suddenly changed forever with a 3.5 billion VND decision? Today, we're diving deep into the inspiring true story of Tuan and Tu Diem, from sweat and small dreams to a massive life-changing business turning point and beautiful love. If you enjoy this kind of heartfelt story, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss what's coming next. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to share with you a deeply moving real-life story that feels like it was taken straight out of a heartfelt cinematic drama, the kind that stays with you long after you watch it. This is the journey of Tuan and Tu Diem, an ordinary couple whose quiet love, relentless hard work, and big dreams turned small daily efforts into a life-changing milestone. Imagine starting your morning under the scorching sun, with nothing but sweat and determination, and by the end of the day, holding the keys to a whole new future. It all begins in the early countryside morning, where the sun is already beating down fiercely. Tuan and Tu Diem are out there together, building a simple chicken coop from scratch on their little piece of land. You can almost feel the heat as sweat pours down their faces while they dig holes, hammer stakes, stretch netting tight, and carefully create comfortable spaces for the chickens to lay eggs. Tuan's voice comes through calm yet focused, saying things like, "Here, let me cut some steaks, honey," while Tu Diem works right beside him, cutting wood, tying wires with steady hands, making sure every corner is secure so the chickens stay safe and cool. The air is hot and humid. Their breathing is heavy from the physical effort, but you see perfect teamwork in every movement. Passing tools, discussing the slope of the ground, adjusting the netting together. That simple, grounded scene quietly sets the tone for everything that follows, showing two people who are willing to build something meaningful step by step, no matter how small it starts. But the real turning point hits when Tuan sits down across from Mr. Chien at a modest roadside cafe. The atmosphere is formal and thick with tension, the kind where every word carries weight. Papers are spread across the table as Tuan meticulously checks every single document, his face showing the seriousness of the moment. He pushes the contract forward and says in a low, firm voice, "Today I brought 3.5 billion VND, sir." You can feel the gravity of those words because this isn't a small deal. It's 3.5 billion Vietnamese dong changing hands. Tuan completes the transfer in two careful parts, and as the phone screen lights up with those massive numbers, the reality sinks in. Mr. Chien lets out a deep sigh, a bittersweet mix of regret for letting go of his workshop and relief that it's going to someone responsible. Tuan then examines every legal detail, from the red books for the workshop and drying area to the business license, his eyes moving slowly across each page. At first, you can clearly see the anxiety on his face. This is an enormous financial risk, the kind that could change everything for better or worse. Yet slowly, that nervousness transforms into solid, unwavering determination. This transaction isn't just about money. It's a major turning point in his entrepreneurial journey, the moment he steps up to own something bigger than himself. His eyes begin to sparkle with genuine hope as he holds that thick folder tightly, as if he's literally grasping the future for his entire family. Mr. Chin offers additional advice about running the workshop and managing the workers, and the two men share a simple glass of water in that solemn yet strangely warm atmosphere, marking the official handover. Right after this intense financial moment, Tone walks straight into the wood workshop. The distant sound of saws still echoes through the space as he steps inside with a mix of confidence and nervous energy. Only a few workers are on duty that day. In a deep, warm but authoritative voice, he introduces himself clearly. "I'm the new owner." He talks openly about his plans, promising to keep everyone on with the same salaries and full job security. He explains they will finish the current wood orders first and then bring in fresh materials to keep production running smoothly. At the beginning, the workers look hesitant, a little unsure about this sudden change of ownership. But as Tone shares his practical experience and clear vision for the future, the atmosphere gradually shifts from cautious to trusting. You see them nodding in agreement, and those small nods give Tone visible strength. That powerful scene represents the real transfer of power and responsibility. The heavy pressure of a new beginning sitting on his shoulders, balanced by real hope that this team can grow together into something lasting. Toan asks them to contact the manager and the absent workers so everyone can discuss the next steps in detail, emphasizing steady production and reliable deliveries to customers. As he stands there in the middle of the workshop, looking around at the machines and stacks of finished wood, his eyes become distant, already imagining years ahead. This is no longer just a workplace. It has become his workshop, his responsibility, and his new chapter. And then, right in the middle of this huge, life-altering day, we get a beautiful, breathing moment of normal life that reminds us what truly matters. Over at the bustling country market, Tu Diem is working hard under the sun, sweating profusely as she sells the last of her fresh loofahs to many customers. The market is noisy and lively with chatter all around as she smiles through the fatigue, enthusiastically introducing how fragrant and good the loofah is while negotiating prices. Suddenly, Tone appears behind her. His voice instantly softens with warmth as he says, "Tu Diem, stay there. I'll come pick you up." You can see the instant relief and happiness wash over her face. Together, they stroll through the crowded stalls, happily choosing a nice teapot, beautiful white porcelain cups, sturdy chopstick holders, and different sizes of mortars and pestles. Tu Diem's smile lights up every single time she holds a new item in her hands, and they make the small transfers while sharing light laughter. After such a heavy morning filled with massive money decisions and new responsibilities, this simple market scene feels like a warm, comforting hug from life itself. It shows that even when big dreams and serious risks are happening, the little everyday moments spent with the person you love, these small joys and shared smiles, are what keep everything grounded and meaningful. Their love is quietly nurtured again through these ordinary but precious details, giving them strength to face whatever comes next. After that heartwarming moment at the market, Toan and Tu Diem head back home together with their new purchases. The bags filled with a beautiful teapot, white porcelain cups, chopstick holders, and those practical mortars and pestles that will make daily life just a little bit easier. The sun is beginning to soften into evening light as they arrive at their modest home. Inside, under the warm glow of familiar lights, Toan finally sits down with Tu Diem, his voice dropping to a low, serious tone because he knows this conversation is going to be heavy. He takes a deep breath and starts opening up about everything that happened that day. He tells her how he successfully bought the entire wood workshop and the land without telling her beforehand. He shares all the details: the meeting with Mr. Chien, the tense atmosphere at the cafe, the massive 3.5 billion VND transfer, receiving the red books for the workshop and drying area, and all the operation plans he's already thinking about. You can see the weight he's been carrying alone on his shoulders as he speaks. At first, Tu Diem's face shows clear worry and surprise, because this is such a huge decision made in silence. She listens carefully, her eyes reflecting a mix of concern and love, wondering why he carried this burden by himself. But as Toan continues explaining his careful calculations, the risks he considered, and why he believed this was the right step for their future, something beautiful begins to shift in her expression. The worry slowly melts away and turns into genuine joy and pride. Tu Diem reaches out and holds his hand tightly, her voice sincere and full of emotion, as she says she supports him completely. She tells him she will always stand by his side, no matter what challenges come, that she's ready to share every financial burden and work together to develop this new chapter. In that intimate moment, their bond feels even stronger, the kind of quiet strength that only comes from true partnership. They talk openly about the money situation, how they can manage the loan from his friend, and how her savings from harvesting can help support their daily life while he focuses on growing the business. There's a powerful turning point here, from initial anxiety and hidden worries to shared hope, from individual pressure to united determination. You can feel the relief washing over both of them as they realize they're truly in this together. After that deep conversation, the couple steps outside into the soft evening light to continue working on their small vegetable garden. They prepare the beds together for planting cucumbers, using the hoe and rake to mix the soil, creating neat rows under the gentle sky. The sound of tools working the earth mixes with their light laughter and quiet words of encouragement. It's a perfect symbol of how they build everything, whether it's a simple chicken coop in the morning heat or a whole new business future. They do it side by side. As the day finally winds down, we see a beautiful montage of everything they accomplished. The completed chicken coop, where the chickens now have a cool, safe place. The workshop that now belongs to Toan, with its machines and potential. And most importantly, their hands coming together in a quiet, loving grip. This entire journey shows us that real success doesn't always come with loud celebrations or instant results. Sometimes it starts with sweating under the sun, building something as basic as a chicken coop. making brave financial moves that scare you, stepping into new responsibilities with a mix of fear and excitement, finding joy in simple market trips, and then coming home to honest conversations that strengthen your relationship. Ly Tu Diem remind us that when you have someone who truly supports you, even the biggest risks feel possible. Their story is proof that love, patience, and consistent effort can turn small beginnings into something meaningful and lasting. From those early morning holes dug for chickens to owning an entire wood workshop, every step mattered. If you're watching this and you're working hard on your own dreams, whether it's a small side hustle, a family project, or a big business move, remember this couple's journey. Stay consistent, communicate with your loved ones, and don't be afraid to take calculated risks when the time feels right. Because just like Ly Tu Diem, your own turning point might be closer than you think. Thank you so much for watching this full story. If it touched you or inspired you in any way, please give it a like. Share it with someone who needs motivation and subscribe for more real-life stories like this. Drop a comment below. What's one big decision you're thinking about making right now? I read every single one. Until next time, keep building your own quiet turning points. See you in the next video. In this heartfelt story, Ly Tu Diem begin their day like any other, working together under the blazing sun to build a simple chicken coop. But everything changes when Ly secretly purchases a wood workshop for 3.5 billion VND. At a tense roadside cafe, he completes the massive transfer and receives the official documents. He then steps into the workshop as the new owner, promising the workers job security and a bright future. Later, at the bustling market, Ly surprises Tu Diem while she sells loofah. They share joyful moments, buying household items before heading home. In a quiet, emotional conversation that evening, Ly finally reveals his big decision. At first worried, Tu Diem responds with unwavering love and full support. Together, they end the day preparing vegetable beds, their bond stronger than ever. A beautiful reminder that true success is built on love, courage, and shared dreams.